I've spent over 40 hours reverse engineering how Justin Welsh promotes his content, and he has a very specific structure that I haven't seen everyone do this yet. So there's going to be some very useful insights that you might have not seen anywhere else and how exactly you can apply them for yourself. So first of all, he does this strategic commenting. Basically what he does is he creates a schedule to comment first on other creators, LinkedIn, Twitter posts. Really, you can use this for basically any social media platform. And I have done this as well, and it works really well. Believe me, you get a lot of engagement. The only thing is you need to make sure that you are the first or one of the first people to comment. Otherwise your comment just gets lost and it doesn't really get much of engagement. Then it's not really worth the time that you're putting in. By the way, I created a blueprint for the best business model out there, so check the description. That's why I said that he creates basically a schedule. So he literally has, okay, these are the people that I'm going to post the comments on, these are the people, and these are the times when they post content. So basically he has, I'm assuming, reminders. Exactly, okay, this is the time they're about to post the content. I'll open their profile and then I'll put in the comment. And by the way, this is maybe a little bit gray hat, do what you want with it, but there are some AI tools that allow you to write comments now. So I'll leave some of those tools as well. You can use that strategy. That works really well. Just sharing some marketing stuff here. And this basically directly just showcases their followers, his profile, and if they like especially the comment that he leaves, they will go and check out his profile. By the way, I have created a document of 50 best growth hacks used by the biggest marketers out there. Check the link below. Next thing that he does is his podcast promotion, and this is really interesting. He went on a bunch and he still goes on a bunch of different podcasts, and he basically, what he does there is he shares his content creation framework. He actually does two things, I would say, which is he does it really well. It sounds very genuine the way he does it, but he basically shares his story, which is also kind of like a selling technique. How he had his burnout and now he's doing this and he is much more happy and he's making way more money and all of that kind of stuff. And then he also explains his content creation framework step by step in like a very detailed way where it actually gives a lot of value to whoever is listening. And that I think is absolutely brilliant, and this is something that I'm most definitely stealing from him. I don't know whether he does this subconsciously, to be honest, or that's just how it happened to be, but as I listened to a couple different podcasts with him, I noticed that he has been doing this, and I realized that wow, this is an amazing way of actually selling your offer, because you are offering this value by sharing, okay, this is step by step exactly the structure, how I do things. And then he does mention that he has a course, so he's kind of selling this course, but he does it in such a easy way, such a non-noticeable way, and it's just absolutely brilliant. And it can be used, aside from podcasting, it can be used in many other venues as well. Next thing he does, and he did a lot of this at the beginning, is collaborative growth. So basically he has joined a lot of groups of other creators, and basically he just engages with that content to boost each other's content. And this is what I have talked about a lot in some of my other content, that this is what all of the big creators do, and I think a lot of people don't realize that this is the case, and it's almost like somewhat a gatekept secret, but most people do this. They get into groups and they grow together because that just makes the growing so much faster. Another thing that he does like crazy is his engagement mastery. Basically, he spends an hour daily replying to comments. Like, think about how much time that actually is, and someone who is as big of a creator, has such a big following, has big business, he still spends himself an hour a day replying to comments because he just knows the type of value that he is going to get from that. And another thing I noticed as well is that sometimes, and quite often, he's using his own content as replies, and actually I have been doing that as well. I do it even sometimes to an extent where I basically will just, if someone asks me a question, if I maybe make it a piece of content for that, I will link that piece of content as the reply, and I'll say, hey, check this piece out. And that's a great way to get more engagement and to revive your older content as well. Another very interesting thing that Justin does that I haven't seen many people do is he times out his CTAs. This is external CTAs mostly. So what I mean by that is basically after he posts, and after the post gains certain amount of traction, so perhaps a couple of hours have passed and the post got certain amount of likes, comments, all that kind of stuff, then he leaves a link directing people to the blog post for more details, because he realizes that if he's going to leave that link right away, right after he posts it, then most likely his engagement is going to die, because platforms just don't like external links. However, if the post has already gotten quite a bit of traction, even if he posts the link, the post might still be getting pushed if the content was good enough and that initial engagement was pretty high. Or in the worst case, even if the post dies, now at least, okay, he got certain amount of engagement, and now he also managed to get some of the people being pushed to his website as well. By the way, I made some other videos reverse engineering different things that Justin Welsh does within his business, and there are so many fascinating strategies that are being used that I discovered that I actually haven't seen anyone talk about that. So I will leave links to the related videos. Definitely go check them out.